Dear students, welcome to electronics class. In the last class, we have discussed the characteristics of ideal and practical op-amps. In moving forward, let's look into the op-amps applications in op-amp. Before that, let's discuss the open loop operation of op-amp. Whatever we have studied as of now, till now, that is open loop operation of op-amp. We know that op-amp has a very high open loop gain. Ideally speaking, the open loop gain of an op-amp is infinite. Right? So, op-amp can amplify very small value signals or low voltage signals when it is operating in open loop mode. Because of it is having very high gain. Let's forget about ideal. Practically, it will be having very high gain. So, there may be chances of clipping at the output. Because if you give larger voltage at the input for an open loop op-amp, what happens? There may be chance because of very high gain, there is a chances of clipping. That means we may lose some information. So, there we need to apply feedback. Negative feedback to reduce the gain and to prevent that attenuation problem, because op-amps power supply voltages will be plus VCC and minus VEE. Therefore, whenever a larger voltage is applied to the open loop op-amp, what happens? The voltage can amplify up to the saturation level. These two are the saturation levels voltages of the op-amp. So, op-amp at the output, they cannot exceed these voltages. Therefore, we may have some attenuation of signals at the output that can be avoided by inserting the negative feedback in the op-amp. See, this is the op-amp with negative feedback. Output voltage is fed back to the input through a feedback resistor RF. Okay. So, op-amp has wide range of applications in its negative feedback operation. So, now what and all we are going to discuss, that and all will be op-amp with feedback, operational amplifier with feedback connection. So, op-amp's applications in negative feedback, there will be linear applications of op-amp and also non-linear applications. In linear applications, in the sense, output voltage is directly proportional to input voltage. To the input. Then it is said to be linear applications. For example, in linear applications, we are going to study inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier, op-amp adder, subtractor, etc. Whereas in case of non-linear applications of op-amp, output voltage is not directly proportional to the input. Examples for nonlinear applications that we are going to study: op-amp as an integrator, op-amp integrator, differentiator, op-amp differentiator, or logarithmic amplifier. So, these are the Op-amp has wide range of applications in its feedback connection with a negative feedback connection. In that they have divided into linear applications and non-linear applications. In linear applications, what we are going to study? Op-amp, inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier, ideal subtractor, etc. Whereas in non-linear applications, we are going to study op-amp integrator, op-amp differentiator and logarithmic amplifiers. Okay. So before going to the applications, let's understand a important concept, that is virtual ground concept. Virtual ground concept in op-amp. See, this is the circuit of op-amp with negative feedback. Okay, we are considering here ideal op-amp. Let's consider the ideal op-amp where the feedback voltage, output voltage is fed back to the input through a resistor RF. So, like what and all is that VI is the input voltage applied to the op-amp, and II is the input current, and this resistor is RI. RI is the input resistance, and RF is feedback resistor. IB is the input current flowing into the op-amp. IB is the current flowing and IF is the current flows through a feedback resistor. RF, and A is the inverting terminal, point A. Let me call that is VA, voltage at A. VA, the voltage at this point, that is called as VA. VA is the voltage at inverting terminal, and VB is the voltage at non-inverting terminal. That means the terminal op-amp will be having two terminals. The terminal which is marked with negative sign is called inverting terminal, and positive sign is called non-inverting terminal. Please note down this, because you should be knowing what and all is there mentioned in the circuit, that what is that. You should have that idea, then only you can understand the concept. Okay. As we know, op-amp, open loop gain of an op-amp is infinity. Op-amp has a very high gain. So, op-amp has open loop gain of an op-amp is infinity, and also input impedance is infinity. Right? So, op-amp has a open loop gain that is infinity, and also ZL is input impedance, that is infinity. Therefore, voltage A can be defined as V0 divided by VB minus VA, I'll write, because this is non-inverting terminal, this is inverting terminal. However you want, you can write. It's a difference between that. That is equal to infinity. Therefore, VB is equal to VA. Right? And also we know Zi is equal to infinity, and IB is the current entering into the op amp will be 0 because it is having infinite input impedance. So current entering inside into the op amp will be 0. So VB is equal to VA since VB is connected to ground. That means VB is at 0 potential. So the voltage across VB is equal to 0. Therefore, VA is equal to VB also 0. That means voltage according to open loop gain of an op amp is infinity. Therefore, V0 divided by VB minus VA is the difference between the two inputs, that is equal to infinity. So therefore, VB minus VA will be what? If it is infinity, then VB minus VA will be equal to 0 or VB is equal to VA. Since VB is connected to ground, VB is equal to voltage at the point B is 0. Therefore, VB is equal to VA is equal to 0. Even though the point A is not connected to ground physically, it is having a 0 potential. Even though the voltage the point A is not connected to ground, and A is not connected to ground, it is at 0 potential. So it is treated as virtual ground. That means physically A is not connected to ground, but there exists a 0 potential. Therefore, it is called as A is at virtual ground. The equivalent circuit for this can be written as the input is applied between the terminal A it is RF, it is IF, it is II, IB will be 0. So this is the point A and this is the point B. So VI is applied. This circuit is equivalent to this because it is having high input impedance, so IB will be 0. VA is equal to VB. The potential at A is equal to potential at B, and that is equal to 0. But there exists a 0 potential only for voltage concern. It is at virtual ground only for voltage, but not for the current. Current will flow like this. So therefore, it is called as virtual ground. It is not connected to, physically it is not connected to ground, but there exists a 0 potential. So it is treated as virtual ground. Okay. Any doubts in this concept, please text me. Okay. It's a very important concept from the point of your future study, also from the point of the whatever you are going to study from in the coming sessions. This concept is very much important. Okay. Any doubts, please contact me. Okay. So this explain the virtual ground concept of an op-amp. It will be asked several times in the examination. So mark it as a 3 stars. It will be asked for either 2 or 3 marks. It is asked for either for 2 marks or 3 marks question. You have to write the circuit and explain whatever I have explained the concept. You have to explain that. Okay. So next is applications, linear applications of op-amp. In that linear applications, we are going to study inverting amplifier. The circuit shows the inverting amplifier. Inverting amplifier in the sense the output, the amplifier whose output is out of phase by 180 degree with respect to input or with the input is called inverting amplifier. We have considered ideal op-amp here. Consider ideal operational amplifier with a negative feedback through RF. The same concepts you have to explain the circuit that Vi is the input which is applied to the input voltage applied to inverting terminal of the op-amp, and non-inverting terminal is grounded. So Vi, Ri and Rf are the Ri is the input resistance and Rf is feedback resistor. And Ia is the input current. If is feedback current flows through feedback resistor, current through RF or feedback resistor RF, and Ib is the current into the op-amp. Okay, so V0 is the output voltage. So this is a circuit explanation. So now we will find out the expression for gain. We have told is the inverting amplifier. Therefore, it will be producing the out of phase signal at the output, but the amplified version. So amplification is taking place, then there should be some gain. So we will derive the expression for gain. You have to write all these things. I will explain in the inverting amplifier. As we know that open loop gain of an op-amp is equal to infinity, and also input impedance is infinity. Therefore, A is equal to V0 divided by VB minus VA is equal to infinity. Therefore, VB is equal to VA. This is the virtual ground concept. And because Zi is equal to infinity, IB is equal to 0, because no current will be entering into the op-amp. We have considered ideal op-amp, that we have already told. So applying KCL at node A. Node A. So IA is the input current, that is equal to IB plus IF. As we know, IB is equal to 0, since Zi is equal to infinity, IA is equal to IF I can write. So how to, IA is equal to the current flowing from this point to the input point to the node A, right? Here the current is dividing, so it can be written as VI minus VA divided by RI, and it can be written as IF is the current flowing from this point to output, therefore VA minus V naught divided by RF. So as we know, VA is equal to 0, since VA is equal to 0, VI by II is equal to, VI by RI is equal to minus V naught by RF. So V naught by RF, or VI, V naught by VI can be written as minus RF by RI. V naught by VI is equal to gain, that is equal to minus RF by RI. This is the gain of the inverting amplifier. So you can represent A suffix V, you can write A suffix V for the voltage gain of inverting amplifier. So should remember this formula, gain of the inverting amplifier is equal to, negative sign indicates the signal is out of phase by 180 degree, that is RF by RI. So the gain RF value, depending on the value of resistance you are going to select RF and RI, the gain will be decided. Okay. So there is a special case. If I choose same values of RF and RI, if RI is equal to RF, then what happens? The gain will be equal to 1, that is minus 1 you can write. The gain of the amplifier will be 1, or V naught by VI is equal to minus 1, or V naught is equal to minus VI. That means the magnitude of the output voltage remains constant, only the negative sign indicates it will be out of phase with the input signal. So it works as a op-amp inverter. So here I will make a op-amp inverter circuit. Both I will make R only. Both the values resistance R only. This is a circuit of op-amp inverter. So here in this case output will be equal to input. Only thing it will be out of phase by 180 degree. So this is one of the application, derived application from the inverting amplifier. Op-amp inverting amplifier can be used as a inverter circuit where the feedback resistance and the input resistance value should be same. If we connect both of 1 kilo ohm, then it will be working as a inverting amplifier. So output follows the input but with a phase reversal. Output voltage is equal to input voltage in magnitude, but it is out of phase by 180 degree. There are some applications we need the inverter circuit should be there, so that the output voltage should be reversed. We want to get the inverted signal, then these op-amp inverters are used. Okay. Any doubts? Please text me. Let's take assignment. Explain the assignment. Explain the virtual ground concept. Of op-amp. Mention any one linear application of op-amp. Draw an inverting amplifier using op-amp. Derive the expression for output voltage. And derive the expression for output voltage will be obtained. V naught is equal to minus Rf by Ri is equal to into Vi. Gain expression, you know, you can derive the expression for output voltage, right? Okay. That's all for today. Meet you in the next session. Thank you.